Hello, welcome to Coull Discussions. I'm Barry. This is Chris. Today we're going to talk a little bit about something that happened here close to home, Calgary. Yeah, because we're in Alberta, Calgary. Come find us. No. We're going to talk about a little something that went viral. He's known as Scooter Man. What is this Scooter Man, you ask? Well, I'm about to tell you. The last little while, we've had some really cold weather and some really snowy days. So it made the roads pretty bad. And there was this video that went viral of some dude driving down Deerfoot Trail, that's like our big highway, on a scooter. Like a scooter, like literally a little, like just bundled up.
A moped.
Yeah. Yeah, a moped, like a little something that shouldn't be on the Deerfoot Trail. So this video was taken, this video went viral, and some companies and people stepped up. They stepped up, started a GoFundMe page. Which was going to be used for I don't know what. And then, a good-hearted company, a used car dealership, AutoMax, decided to give the man a 2010 Dodge Charger because, hey, nobody should be on Deerfoot and nobody should be without a car in this kind of weather. So, in the, at the end of the day, the Good Samaritans of Calgary ended up giving him, I think it was close to $7,000. Plus, this dealership gave him a car. To help him with his travels. Now, it was said that he had a car, or he shared a car with his mom, or something like that, or he had a car, he gave it up because he couldn't afford the insurance. I'm not 100% sure which one is the truth here, but he has been given his car. We're a couple of weeks late because we were off because of certain reasons. Yeah, so that's that. We're going to talk a little about that. Give our thoughts on that. What do you think?
Well, he had a sob story to go with it. It's like he lost his job, he's helping out his mother, he lost his car because he couldn't afford something, either the combination of the car payment and the insurance. All he could afford was this little moped. So it was on a Sunday, so he was going to church on the moped. And somebody caught him on camera, and this is how the thing
I thought it was on like Monday or something that he went to, like he was going to work or something like that. He goes to church in Airdrie, and he's driving from Airdrie to Calgary, and somebody caught him on that Deerfoot. See, this is where it's weird because there seems like because I've heard that anywhere from he shares a car with his mom, he gave up his car because he couldn't afford maintenance insurance on it, and now he has a 2010 car and enough money to cover insurance and maintenance for 2 or 3 years.
Maybe
like
not 2 or 3 years, maybe
probably
a year. $7,000
for maintenance. Well, I guess gas. And
you think about insurance for the year will probably be like $1,200, $1,300, $1,500. So,
whatever. He has a little bit of a
he has a little bit of.
But what's going to happen when that money runs out? Is he going to be able to afford the car?
Well, no, he has a job, and they gave him the car outright.
I know.
So it's. When you don't have to make a car payment, making all the other payments make it that much easier. So it's one of those things. It's being on that borderline, like Scooter Man, whereas, every day it's just an uphill battle to get things paid, to get things done on time. And then have somebody like this, have something like this happen to a guy like this. It's great to hear, it's nice to hear the generosity of spirit, but it's also like, oh, really? Why him?
Yeah. Why not me?
Yeah.
I know it sounds like sour grapes from Coull Discussions, but it's not.
It's good. It's like, did you hear about the Secret Santa in some one of the states? 2 different Walmarts he went off and paid $144,000 worth of layaway gifts.
Oh wow! No, I didn't hear about that. That's cool. You know what I think? Like, I'm cool with like charity. I love it. I love that people like to give. My problem is when it's like it needs to be like if AutoMax gave this guy a car. Why do they have to talk to the general manager of AutoMax? Why do they need to show AutoMax's name everywhere? Like, honestly, like the amount of publicity he got from giving away this car. Okay, yes, it is, but really, like,
It's part of
the marketing that you get in the advertising.
It's part of what it is. It's like it's a calculated risk. Is companies give away stuff because they want their name to be known.
Well, it's synonymous with a good thing. It's
exactly.
If you hear Automax, I've seen people on the internet. Well, I know where I'm going for a car now, and it's like, okay, I get it. But what happened to charitability just being anonymous? What happened to it? Like I've seen athletes go into like stores and buy 20 grand worth of toys, and it's like a big hoopla. It's all over the internet, and it's like, why can't you just do it and not have the hoopla and not have?
Well, okay, the anonymous one, the Secret Santa, nobody knows who he. Well, the person who had to take care of the transaction.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to be known. He doesn't want.
Good. I think me personally, I respect people who do that more than people.
Anonymity.
Yes. More than people who go out there and be like, I'm doing this big. I'm giving this to this, and it's like, okay, like honestly, like if you make $20 million and you give $10,000 away, it's like, I'm not like trying to downplay it, but it's like, when you look at the perspective of it, it's like, yeah, I get you're doing a great thing, but just do it honestly. Then just give it away. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't make a big deal about it. It's great that this guy was helped out. I'm totally awesome. It's totally awesome that people wanted to start a GoFundMe page and stuff like that. And it's totally awesome. Like, it's great. It's absolutely great. But then Automax, don't try to make more money off of it. Don't be.
But okay, the only reason why they did it was so they wanted free publicity. Is like I was told the other day on Global during one of their morning shows, they're doing a fundraiser for one of their charities, and Pete the Plumber showed up in one of the Pete the Plumber trucks. They're very unique vehicles. If you see them, you would understand them. It's a thing in Calgary, sorry. Pete the Plumber comes up, and he's like, everybody knows who he is. He advertises on that station a lot, and he walks up, and is like, oh, you guys are looking for a donation. And he does this, and he spreads out a whole whack of $100 bills, like, here's $4,000 for your guys' charity. And it's just like, you can't buy advertising like that.
No,
you
like
literally cannot.
$4,000 is number one. It's a tax write off because it's given to charity.
Yeah,
and number two, it's free advertising.
It's definitely free.
You're doing a great thing. You're doing a great thing, but like, let's just do it with be humble about it. You're not. Fan out some cash.
But okay, for companies, they're doing it.
It's bad economic time, so they don't want to spend. How much would that 30 seconds on the television spot cost? Like.
Oh, probably far less.
Like,
but it's the making of the commercial too.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean. Like making it all and.
But okay, I kind of understand why companies do this is because they want free advertising and they want good nature to be associated with them. And okay, fine, I get it. It's just it's sometimes very, very annoying when it's like, well, I have a sob story. I have this.
Everybody has their sob story.
Everybody and it's just has like, nothing happens for me.
There's a stat out there that say 50% of people, maybe even more, over 50% of people live paycheck to paycheck, meaning that if somebody went miss a paycheck, their bills wouldn't get paid. They wouldn't eat. They wouldn't this. So 50%, one out of every two people that you look at live like this dude. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I've charity is a great thing, but I think charity is also set up for people to feel good about themselves. When you give, I put $5 in the Salvation Army bucket, it's like, are you, like, great, okay, cool, but how big of a difference are you making with that $5?
Okay, here's a story for you. It's like, old man on a beach is watching a young man bend down, throwing stuff into the ocean. He walks up to the kid, and he notices at that point in time, he's picking up starfish and throwing them into the ocean. And he's like, well, why are you doing this? It's like, well, the sun's coming up, they're going to be stranded, and they're going to die.
Oh, yeah, it's like I made a difference to this one today.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, there's hundreds of them, and he's like, well, and picks one up. It's like, to this one, I made all the difference in the world.
So then why don't people who want to, like, become mentors to people who are like, you know what I mean? So like, for example, I have millions of dollars. I'm filthy rich. I cannot spend in my entire lifetime. Why don't I take 4 families or something like that, or even 1 family, mentor them, help them out, take them through like financial financial classes, help them like if they want education, education for their children, stuff like that. Why don't you take that, make a difference for that 1 family? You know what I mean? Instead of going, oh, I'm going to give $100,000 to a charity that you don't know, you're not 100% sure that, you know, the charity has a CEO collecting a paycheck of $250,000.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, you know, whenever you're giving money to charities, you have to look to see how much goes to administrative costs and how much goes towards actual charity
I don't
work.
know if I've ever seen anything over 15% that go to actual charity. The actual makes it to...
The Red Cross is 80.
I'll have to look.
80
I'll have to look again.
or 85% to charity, and it's only like 25%. I know the math doesn't add up, but the Red Cross is actually a really good charity for that. They don't have high administration costs. But if you're talking about the Tides Foundation, the Tides Foundation apparently is 60% admin and only 40% actual charitable actions. So it's one of those things of you be careful where you go, how you look. That's one of the things they say, and that's why Red Cross tends to be one of the better ones, because they have administration. And honestly, you know, some of the people, you may think they're making too much money, but you know, when you run a worldwide organization,
I just wonder, like, because if you look at how much money's been given to charities over the past year, you know what I mean? Like, how much goes to, like, how come world poverty, you see these commercials of stuff, feed a kid for $1 a day, and it's like, okay, $100 million should be able to feed every kid for the rest of their lives. Should it not?
Well, okay, you're talking about $365 a year.
Mm-hmm. But there's like $100 million bucks.
No. But okay, it's $365 a year for one kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So 1 million kids is $365 million a year. $100 million is gone. Right.
It's always baffled me with how much money has been given to charities and given to...
And how little seems to come across as being done.
You know what I mean? Like, how is there still poverty? How is there still homelessness? Is there still...
okay, poverty exists because governments don't do anything about it. In a lot of cases where there are abject poverty, it's the governments that aren't doing anything to lift their populace out of poverty. Because in most cases, it doesn't help them.
So how do we help every scooter man in the world? You know what I mean? Because like we there's tons of people out there who are on the verge of like
okay,
and I know
in my personal opinion, to be able to help people like the scooter man is simply go take away less taxes and make sure there's lots of jobs out there.
So how do you make more jobs then? You have to incentivize
smaller government that spends less money. Because for every $1 billion the government takes in taxes, that's $1 billion less that people can use for anything. Because the government is really, really bad at spending money. And because the government is really, really bad at spending money, it just gets wasted. It literally is just...
Well, the government is a big waste.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's like...
Okay, we'll argue that another... that specifically we'll argue again. But it's just like, you need less money in government and more money in other people's pockets. Honestly,
But do you think that, like, honestly, do you think that... So, like, if there's more money in person X's who owns brand X, if there's more money in his pocket, do you think he would spread the wealth down to his employees, to the people who work for him, or to charitable donations? That's the problem. I wonder, okay,
No,
the government's not the right people to do it, but are people in society the right people to do it? Who are the right people in society?
They're going to be better to do it. For example, like a guy like Bill Gates has...
Well, he's given away a ton, almost like 90% of his wealth. Okay,
so,
but he's worth how much? Billions. Like,
yeah, he's worth billions.
So how come couldn't his donations alone have solved
problems? You would think
one world problem at least? That's the question I have.
No, that's a very, very valid question, and I don't have the answer for it, and it makes you think, well, yeah, you're right. You know, if he's worth...
If I gave $1 billion to a charity today, could that not solve one thing? Could that not... So, like...
You would think so. You would hope so, but it's never been the way it is.
What if I was, like, a rich person, and I just built an apartment building, 100 suites, and I went... I want to give them away to people who are homeless or underprivileged, and all they have to do is maintain the building. They have to work on getting jobs. You know what I mean? Type thing.
Well, okay, at that point in time, are you going to oversee it, or are you going to have to pay somebody to oversee it?
They can oversee it. I'll give one of them the job, and they get to live in my building for free.
Okay.
Like, there's no reason to pay somebody. There's no
honestly,
reason. Like,
okay,
and all I...
But,
like,
okay, but here's the thing. You may want to do something like that because of you growing up a certain way. A person like, we'll just say Trump, who isn't necessarily known for a charitable heart, is he going to build a building and pretty much not make money off of it?
Well, that's what I mean. We're all so driven by making money that somebody would build that building and be like, well, I can make money off of this. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard that there's enough houses. I don't know if it's true. There's enough houses in the United States for every person that's...
I've heard the same thing.
Like,
that for every homeless person, there's at least one house.
So who would rather have an empty house than fill it with somebody? You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
it doesn't make any sense. So who is the best? Is the government the best to help poverty? Obviously, they've proven they can't do it. But at the same time, has charity proven that they can do it?
Charity does a better job.
Okay, but have they? But that's what I mean. Okay, they do a better job, but how can hundreds of millions and billions of dollars be given to charity and given to organizations, yet we still have the same amount of problems? How is cancer not cured? I'm not a scientist, so don't fucking hate me all you want. But how? I'm just asking questions that I want, I need answers to. How come cancer isn't cured? How come poverty isn't abolished? How come everybody in this world doesn't have clean drinking water? I'm a big poker fan, and they do this charity, the big one for one draw, and it's $1 million buy-in, and it's goes to charity. So these people come out, they spend tons of money, and they raise $20 million for this one drop, which helps bring drinkable water to third world countries. Okay, so they've done it a few times. So say they $10 million, right? So say $30 million. How is that not... maybe I'm just fucking got my head in the sand. I don't understand how much it costs to keep drinkable water, to have potable water. But, how come these problems are still here? How come we still have people who live, if you miss a paycheck, you're gonna lose your house? How come we still have people that live like that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes zero sense. So our government, we all know our government. We all hate our government. Well, we all dislike our government, how they misuse our money. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I haven't looked into it lots. But how are our charities doing this? How much, we had wildfires up in Fort McMurray. How much money was donated to them? $30 million to help that. How many houses were burnt down?
A lot.
100?
Yeah.
$30 million could fucking build all those houses again for free.
Yeah, but a lot of that money had to do with keeping people clothed, fed.
But you know what's going to happen? They're going to have some house builder come in and profit huge off of this bad situation.
Oh, yeah.
Some house builders are going to we'll build these houses for this much. And they're going to fucking, some big wig is going to end up with a new car, a nice vacation, or something like that. Their kids are going to get a really good Christmas off of this bad situation. And that's kind of where my issue is. It's you raised 30 million or whatever. I can't remember the exact number. I'm sorry, but I know it was a lot. In my mind, if I had $30 million, 100 houses, how much does it cost to build a house? 100 grand. You could probably build 100 grand. So what's that? 100 houses, 100 grand.
$10 million.
$10 million bucks, right?
Yeah.
Maybe my math is wrong, but 10 houses would be $1 million. So 100 houses would be $10 million. If I got $30 million, that's still leaving me $20 million. And that could house those people. How could it not house those people?
It's
I know
the
you
way,
don't have the answers.
No. It's
maybe
the way
somebody
the
else knows
system
interweb works.
Yeah. It's the way the systems work, and we don't. It doesn't work the way we think it does, and sometimes it's like economics. Why isn't it just this is how much money I have, this is how much money I have to give you, and this is how much money I have left over? End of story. But somehow there's always
It's like supply and demand. You know, you got the big oil companies stopping production of oil, and it's like, what? You're stopping production of oil so to jack the price of it up.
Yep.
So you can make enough oil to keep gas at 80 cents, but you're choosing not to.
Yep.
Huh. That doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? And it's just, those are the questions that I have for...
No, they are always interesting questions, and unfortunately it's all tied together, and to unravel one thread, you have to unravel
I just
it
wonder
all,
if it's really as complicated as it's being made out to be.
No. It shouldn't, but it's made more complicated because of people. People make it complicated.
If I see somebody, so say you and I we're out for dinner, right? Oh, fuck, man, I'm a little short on cash. Oh, I got some extra cash. I'll buy dinner. Done. Your problem is solved, and then we just move on with our lives. You know what I mean? Oh, your house burned down? Okay. Oh, we have $1 million was donated to help you build a new house. So we're going to build you the exact same house that you had, and we're going to help you get back on your feet, and we're still going to have some left over. It doesn't, I don't know. I'm not saying charity's bad. I'm not saying giving is bad to all the people who give and stuff like that. I give the $1 at the register. Would you like to give $1 to Children's Hospital? Absolutely. Would you like to do this? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no problems. Yeah. So that's how I do my charitability, and if I hit the lottery, man, if I hit $55 million in Lotto Max, I would be very charitable. I would help a lot of people, and I don't know, I wonder, I don't know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how much of an asshole I am, because I just cut down everybody who gives money to charities and how ungrateful I am. Feel free.
I don't think you cut down anybody who gives to charity.
I'm just asking
trying to figure
questions.
out why the system works the way it does. Like, why isn't it simple? Like, as you said, here's $1 million. We'll rebuild the house, help you get through it, and there'll still be money left over that can be given away someplace else.
We're not only going to build you a house, we're going to help your neighbor, or we're going to build another house for somebody else type thing. Tell us what you think, guys. Let us know what you do for charitability. Do you donate your clothes? What do you do? Let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, tell your friends, tell your family.
That's a charity.
See you later.
See ya.